Hey guys, it's Lorena and today I'm going to be doing an updated makeup routine. I feel like it's just time that I give you guys one. I have been able to try out new products and figure out what works for me, and I also have learned some tips and tricks which I want to share with you guys. I'm going to go ahead and put my hair back in a clip, and I have my headband. Thing is that my hair is wet right now and I don't want it to pull my hair back because then it just dries weird and it ends up making my hairline look even more messed up than it already is. I'm gonna start off with cleaning up some of my little hairs and cleaning up my eyebrows with this face razor. Okay, so now that I'm done with that, I'm gonna go ahead and take some moisturizer just to moisturize my face to make sure that my makeup doesn't get any dry patches or anything. And I already took a moisturizer when I got out of the shower. I took the Nivea cream, and I'll insert a picture of it right here. And I just used that one because I feel like my skin has been super dry, and that moisturizer is really thick, so it really does hydrate your skin. As you guys could see, it makes it look glowy. But I'm gonna go ahead and take a lighter one just to kind of refresh that moisture. It's gonna be this Even Prime Daily Moisturizer. I'm just gonna go ahead and do a few pumps. I really like this moisturizer because it's not super heavy, so you can wear it on days when you don't want to wear makeup and it's not gonna make your face look oily. It's really refreshing to your skin as well. It kind of feels like a gel. I'm gonna start off with my eyebrows, and I haven't really been filling them in lately. I have just been taking the Anastasia brow freeze and just putting it on my eyebrows to kind of hold them in place and to make sure that they kind of have a shape. Start slowly applying it because when I first started using this, I would use kind of a lot, and over the day it would make my eyebrows look white, and they would have little white spots. I really like this because I've tried other eyebrow gels. I tried the Maybelline Clear Mascara, I tried the Essence one, and I always wanted an eyebrow gel to hold my eyebrows in place, but it would not hold them in. I was at work one day and I was gonna hang out with some of my coworkers afterwards. My friend, she had her little makeup bag because she was getting ready, and then I saw that she had the eyebrow gel, and I was like, oh, what is that? And she's like, oh, it's an eyebrow gel, it works really good. And I was like, oh, can I try it? And she let me try it, and my eyebrows stayed in place. They stayed, and that was such a shocker to me because I didn't think that there was an actual product out there that was gonna hold my eyebrows in place. My friend Ellie ended up getting it for me. Shout out to them for putting me on and giving me it as well. So what I do for my eyebrows is I just kind of feather them up like that. At the top, I'll comb the little hairs a little bit down just so that it's not super That's basically what I do with the eyebrow gel, and then I'm going to clean them up with concealer. I'm going to be taking the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. I'm taking it in the shade Light Beige, which is a little bit lighter than a normal concealer, but I just want it to highlight the underneath of my eyebrows. I'm going to just go super slow because it can really get messed up really fast. I'm gonna go ahead and apply the Luminous Putty Primer by e.l.f. on the top of my forehead just so that I can conceal the top of my eyebrows without it looking weird. For the bottom of my eyebrows, I don't think it really matters to prime it or not. It always looks fine even if I don't use primer or not. But the top of my forehead and my T-zone area especially, I feel that's where my makeup tends to look more makeup-y, and sometimes it can cake up right there. I'm gonna take another e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer, except this one's gonna be in the shade Medium Neutral, which is the concealer that I use for my whole face. And again, going in super carefully we did with the bottom part, because if you conceal too much, the shaping of your eyebrows is gonna get really messed up. Now that my eyebrows are concealed, I'm gonna go ahead and start blending out that concealer. And what I do is I just take a makeup sponge, and I'm using the Real Techniques one right now, and I'm gonna go ahead and dampen it with the Mario Badescu Rose Water spray. As you guys saw, I did end up taking this eyeshadow brush just to blend out the concealer underneath my eyebrows, especially right here towards this part, because it gives it a sharper line, and I feel that's what helps you get a more cleaner look. So after I have finished with my eyebrows, I'm gonna go ahead and do my eyes. I'm just gonna go ahead and set the concealer and set my eyelids using the Morphe translucent powder. I just take a little bit, and I use this flat eyeshadow brush to dust it on. I did go ahead and put on this eyelash off camera, and now I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how I put on the second one. I'm just using these Russian lashes, which I got off a pack on Amazon. I'm gonna go ahead and apply the dual lash glue on them. So after I've put the glue on the lash band, I go ahead and put some glue on like my actual lash line, but I just put it on the inner and then the outer corner because it kind of works like a magnet and just like makes it stick so much easier. However, if you guys do try this out, like be really careful, because for me, I feel like it's kind of like, it kind of irritates my lash line a bit. Just like a heads up, it can be irritating to your lash line, so don't do it all the time, but if you do, don't say I didn't give you a heads up. While I'm waiting for that to like turn tacky, I just kind of like work with the lash and like curve it so it's easier to apply and like so it molds more to like your eye shape, you know. Now that the lash glue is tacky, I'm gonna go ahead and put it on. When you put on your lashes, you want to go ahead and prioritize the inner corner, because I feel like when your inner corner looks good, it just helps like your lashes look more natural, even if you're wearing like a really long lashes. Just go ahead and like stick the corner on and like kind of hold it in place while you work with like the other end. I'm gonna go ahead and take this Wet n Wild breakup proof felt tip liner and just go ahead and put it in my like upper waterline. Now onto like the base part of my makeup, I'm gonna go ahead and take that same Luminous Putty Primer by e.l.f. and I'm gonna put like a generous amount all over my face. Now that we've primed our face, I'm gonna go ahead and take that same concealer, which I use to conceal the upper part of my eyebrows, and I'm just gonna go ahead and apply it everywhere. I'm gonna go ahead and take this little flat brush and I'm just gonna blend that out. I'm gonna go ahead and take my makeup sponge to like actually blend the product in, because the brush just helps to like spread out the product, but it doesn't really blend it in, and it also leaves like brush marks. That's why I go in with like my makeup sponge afterwards. I'm gonna go ahead and take a lighter concealer shade just to highlight my under eyes, especially towards this inner corner, and then I go a little bit towards the end right here. So now I'm gonna go ahead and set all of my makeup. You can use any like loose setting powder. Sometimes I use the Morphe translucent powder. Other times I use like the Coty Airspun. But I am gonna be using this one today just because I have more of it. You can go in with like a sponge and dab it in, or you can go ahead and just use like any fluffy brush and like just dust it on. I'm gonna go ahead and just use this like angled fluffy brush, and I'm gonna be taking the Physicians Formula matte bronzer, and I'm gonna go ahead and put that on my forehead, my cheekbones, and my jawline. So now that I've gone ahead and like kind of bronzed up my face, I'm gonna go in with the All Star Physicians Formula palette. I'm gonna be taking the Murmur bronzer, which is this one up here, and just taking a little bit of that to bring some more warmth to my face as well, because this one is darker and this one does like give me more of like a tan look than that other one did. Okay, so with that first bronzer that I went in, I'm just gonna go ahead and use it to like contour my nose. I just go down like the middle like this, that, and then I just bring it up and connect it to the tip of my eyebrows, and then I go in like a V for the tip of my nose, and then I just go and put in this little line right here to make my nose look more like a button nose. It kind of looks like a little bit muddy right now, but don't worry, because it's gonna like all come together once I finish with like the rest of my makeup. I'm gonna go ahead and put on some of this e.l.f. blush in the shade Always Cheeky, and I'm gonna just dab that on. With the same brush that I used to blend out the nose contour, I'm gonna go ahead and just put a little bit of blush on the tip of my nose. Whatever product is left, I'm gonna go ahead and just put a little bit into my crease. So now I'm gonna go ahead and take the Beauty Bakery flour powder, and I'm gonna go ahead and bake underneath my cheekbones, underneath my eyes, and then clean up the nose contour. The shade that I use is the shade Cassava, which is like a yellow shade. So I did go ahead and reapply some blush underneath my face right here, as you guys saw, just to bring some of that color back into my face, because the powder does kind of take it away a bit. Now I'm gonna go ahead and highlight, and I just use the Pixie palette. I'm gonna go ahead and put some on my nose, and with your nose, you don't want to put too much because it's gonna make your nose look big. I just do like a little line down the middle and like a little dot at the tip of my nose. I wiped off the bottom half of my face with like the baking powder, and now I'm gonna go ahead and use this type of brush to clean off underneath my eyes and around my nose especially, so that I can make sure that like my nose still looks snatched, you know. I'm gonna go ahead and take the Benefit Benetint and just put it in the middle right here, just to give my lips like a little bit of color. To line my lips, I take the NYX lip liner in the shade Nutmeg. I line the outside of my lips, and then I also go ahead and do like 2 little lines right here, and then I do a line right here in the middle. After I've done that, I'll either go in with the NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Fudge Me, which is just like this brown, or I'll just go in with this dollar store lip oil, which is just like a clear one. I'm gonna just go in with the NYX one today, like a little bit, and then that's what my lips look like. The last step is just like mascara and setting spray. So I went in and did some lower lash line mascara, which isn't really super noticeable. I just took the Maybelline Lash Sensational mascara. Now I'm gonna go ahead and set my makeup, and I'm gonna use the Morphe setting spray, the Mario Badescu one. I'm gonna be using the Claire Milani Make It Last setting spray as well. So this is the final makeup look. As you guys can see, it's really dewy and it looks really good, but then again, my opinion might be biased. That's about it for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching this, and if you did, then make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I hope you guys have an amazing day, evening, or night whenever you guys are watching this, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.